Have you considered that your everyday house slippers might be silently putting you at risk? For seniors over 60, falls represent one of the greatest health threats. What most don't realize is that the most dangerous item in your home could already be on your feet. In this video, we're exposing 8 types of common footwear that dramatically increase your fall risk. Shoes and slippers that most older adults already own, often in multiple pairs. Some may feel comfortable or familiar, but that doesn't mean they're safe. Stay with us until the end, because we'll not only guide you through which shoes to avoid, but also explain the subtle indicators that your current favorites might be quietly compromising your balance, posture, and confidence. Let's begin. Number 1. Worn-out sneakers. At first glance, sneakers appear to be the safest choice, comfortable, supportive, and designed for walking. But what many don't understand is that worn-out sneakers can secretly become among the most hazardous shoes in your wardrobe. With time, sneaker soles lose their grip. The cushioning compresses, the treads wear smooth, and the structure that once supported your foot starts to deteriorate. When this happens, they stop performing the very function they were designed for, keeping you stable. Podiatrists frequently caution that as sneakers age, they create a false sense of security. You believe you're protected because the shoes feel familiar, but underneath, your foot might be shifting with each step, adjusting for imbalances that disrupt your entire posture. Consider Dennis, a 76-year-old from Minnesota who wore the same pair of walking shoes daily for nearly 5 years. He claimed they were broken in just right. But what he didn't realize was that the sole had completely lost its shape until after a minor slip on a wet sidewalk. His doctor pointed to the shoes, and Dennis, astonished, replaced them with a pair offering proper arch support and traction. He hasn't experienced any issues since. If your sneakers show visible signs of wear, smooth soles, uneven heel erosion, or a floppy feel when twisted, it's time to replace them. A quality shoe should maintain its shape and resist bending in the middle. Footwear isn't merely about comfort, it's about protection, and when a trusted pair starts working against your balance, it's no longer a comfort, but a hazard. Number 2. Backless slippers and sandals. There's something reassuring about sliding into a pair of backless shoes at home. No bending down, no hassle. But that convenience can come with a significant price. Backless slippers and sandals provide almost no heel support, which means every step you take is less secure than it should be. The issue isn't just that they slide off, it's that your foot must work harder to keep them on. This means you're unconsciously gripping with your toes, altering your gait, and often walking in an unnatural manner that compromises your balance without you even noticing. Balance specialists explain that backless shoes disrupt what's called proprioception, your body's ability to sense its position in space. When the back of the shoe isn't anchoring your heel, you lose part of that feedback loop, making it easier to misstep, catch your foot on a rug, or slip down a step. Take Mary Ann, a 78-year-old from Georgia who adored her soft house slippers. She wore them daily until she tripped while crossing her kitchen and fractured her wrist. Her doctor identified the lack of heel support as the culprit, and since then, she's switched to a pair with a secure back and non-slip sole. She still feels cozy, but now she feels stable too. You don't need to sacrifice comfort, you just need to choose it wisely. Look for slippers or house shoes with a firm back, good grip on the sole, and a snug fit that doesn't slide around when moving. What seems convenient in the moment may be quietly risky long-term, and at this stage of life, your safety is worth more than a few seconds of convenience. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, high-heeled shoes. High heels may not be the everyday choice for those over 60, but many still keep several pairs for special occasions, weddings, dinners, church. While they might add height or elegance, they also dramatically increase your fall risk. Heels shift your weight forward, forcing your body to adjust in ways that strain your knees, lower back, and especially your balance. Even a modest heel, just an inch or two, can disrupt your natural alignment and make your steps less steady. Physical therapists often explain that wearing heels shortens the Achilles tendon and reduces ankle flexibility, both crucial for quick corrections when you stumble or misstep. When your foot is tilted forward, it becomes harder to distribute weight evenly, making you more vulnerable to twists, turns, and tumbles. Consider Barbara, an 80-year-old from Missouri who hadn't worn heels regularly in years but put on a low pair for a formal dinner. On her way to the table, her ankle rolled on the edge of a thick rug. She didn't fall, but the close call was enough to convince her to finally retire those shoes. Now she chooses flats with supportive arches and an elegant silhouette, and she hasn't looked back. There's nothing wrong with dressing up, but it's important to question whether your shoes are serving you or endangering you. Stability and elegance aren't mutually exclusive. Today, you can have both. Shoes should help you enter a room confidently, not make you anxious about every step. If a pair makes you feel unsteady, regardless of how attractive they look, it's time to let them go. Number 4, flip-flops. Flip-flops are a summertime staple for quick errands or relaxing around the house, but regarding safety, they're among the most deceptive footwear you can own, particularly after 60. Flip-flops provide virtually no structure. They lack arch support, side support, and heel support. Your toes must grip the sole with every step just to keep the shoe on, which subtly alters your entire walking pattern and creates instability without your awareness. Podiatrists warn that flip-flops increase the risk of tripping, rolling an ankle, or stumbling over uneven surfaces because they simply don't stay attached to the foot. On slippery floors, wet sidewalks, or uneven grass, they can transform a small misstep into a serious injury instantly. Consider Leonard, a 71-year-old from Florida who wore flip-flops around his backyard every summer. One afternoon, he tripped on a garden hose he would normally have stepped over easily, but his flip-flop caught under his foot. He fell hard, injuring his hip. After recovery, he switched to sturdy slip-on sandals with ankle straps and non-slip soles and hasn't fallen since. Comfort doesn't require sacrifice. Today, there are plenty of lightweight, breathable sandals designed for security and ease. No toe gripping necessary. Your shoes should move with you, not slip away when you need them most. Choosing footwear that truly supports you is one of the simplest and smartest investments you can make for the decades ahead. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5, thick, heavy boots. Heavy boots might seem like the safest option for bad weather or rough terrain, but once you reach a certain age, their weight and bulk can actually work against you. Thick, heavy footwear can make lifting your feet more exhausting, especially after a long day or on uneven ground. That subtle fatigue can cause you to shuffle, drag your toes, or lose quick reaction time, all of which sharply increase your stumbling or falling risk. Movement specialists explain that heavy boots interfere with your natural gait by disrupting the delicate balance between strength, flexibility, and timing. When each step requires more effort than necessary, your muscles tire faster, your awareness diminishes, and small hazards become much harder to navigate safely. Think about Gary, a 73-year-old from Montana who loved his sturdy winter boots. They had protected him for years through ice and snow, but last winter he found himself dragging his feet more and struggling to lift the heavy soles onto curbs. After slipping on an ice patch he normally would have avoided, he realized change was needed. Switching to lighter, insulated boots designed for stability made an immediate difference in how confident and safe he felt. Footwear should work with your body, not against it, especially after 60. We need gear that supports endurance and agility, not that depletes our energy faster. The right boot will still keep you warm and dry, but without demanding extra effort from every single step. Choosing lighter, properly fitted boots can mean the difference between moving freely and hesitating with every stride. Number 6. Overly cushioned shoes. Cushioning might sound beneficial: soft soles, memory foam, that cloud-like sensation underfoot. But for preventing falls, too much cushion can be just as dangerous as too little. Overly cushioned shoes can actually diminish your foot's ability to feel the ground beneath you. This dulls your natural sense of balance and makes it harder for your body to respond quickly when something feels off. Doctors call this sensory feedback. It's your body's built-in warning system. When you step on something uneven, your nerves signal your brain to adjust, but when cushioning is too thick or squishy, those signals don't reach you quickly enough. Your reaction time slows and your footing becomes less secure. Take Evelyn, a 75-year-old from California who purchased ultra-cushioned walking shoes after seeing them advertised for all-day comfort. Initially, she loved them until she noticed she was rolling her ankles more frequently and hesitating on stairs. When her podiatrist examined the shoes, he demonstrated how the thick soles distorted her foot position and reduced her stability. After switching to firmer, supportive walking shoes, her confidence and posture improved almost immediately. Comfort matters, but only when paired with control. Your feet should move naturally and sense their position in space. A shoe that's too soft can rob you of that awareness. Look for shoes with moderate cushioning and firm side support, shoes that permit movement without muting your body's natural connection to the ground. Safety doesn't come from softness alone. It comes from balance, alignment, and awareness. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 7. Loose-fitting loafers or slip-ons. Loafers and slip-ons might seem like the perfect combination of convenience and style, but if they don't fit snugly, they can quietly undermine your balance one small misstep at a time. The very feature that makes them easy to slide into, no laces, no fastening, is what also makes them hazardous. If they're too loose, without secure grip around your heel or arch, these shoes can shift unexpectedly as you walk, causing your feet to slide inside them or drag across the floor. Physical therapists often point out that loose shoes encourage a shuffling gait, where instead of lifting your foot completely off the ground, you barely clear the surface. This walking pattern increases the risk of catching a toe on a rug, tile edge, or uneven surface. Thomas, a 79-year-old from Illinois, wore his favorite leather loafers everywhere. They looked good and felt comfortable, but over time, the leather softened and stretched. One day, descending his porch steps, the shoe slipped off slightly, and down he went. Fortunately, he wasn't seriously injured, but the fall was a wake-up call. He now wears snug-fitting shoes with subtle elastic and back support, and reports walking more confidently than before. Your shoes shouldn't move more than your feet do, and any footwear that forces you to hold it on while moving is doing more harm than good. It doesn't take a major fall to lose confidence. It can happen with one slip, One stumble, one scare. Choosing shoes that stay with you every step of the way is one of the simplest methods to protect not just your body, but your peace of mind. Number 8. Old orthopedic shoes. Orthopedic shoes are designed to help, not harm, but when they become old, really old, they can quietly turn into one of the most overlooked fall hazards in your closet. What once provided structure and support may now be warped, flattened, or leaning sideways, and because many orthopedic shoes mold to your feet over time, those changes are easy to ignore. They still feel right, even when they've lost their original shape. Experts in geriatric foot care often explain that aging shoes, especially supportive ones, can create a false sense of security. The padding may remain, but the foundation is no longer firm. The heel may tilt inward, the arch support may be worn flat, and without realizing it, your walking pattern becomes subtly uneven. Your gait shifts, your balance weakens, and fall risk increases. Consider Ruth, an 82-year-old from Colorado who swore by her favorite orthopedic shoes. She had worn the same pair daily for nearly 6 years, but when her daughter noticed her ankles turning inward slightly while walking, they consulted a podiatrist. The soles had collapsed, the heel cushion had shifted, and her shoes were causing more harm than good. With a new, properly fitted and firm pair, Ruth experienced immediate improvement, not just in stability, but in comfort and posture. Good shoes can age just like the rest of us, and like us, they sometimes need replacing, not because they failed, but because they've served their purpose. If your orthopedic shoes are more than a few years old, examine the soles, sides, and overall shape. If anything appears uneven, it may be time for a fresh start, because support isn't just about what once worked, it's about what works for you now. Final thoughts. Life is perpetual change. As we conclude today's video, take a moment to consider the 8 types of footwear we explored. Which one surprised you? Which one might be quietly waiting in your closet right now for a second look? We'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to adjust your footwear choices to protect your safety, independence, and confidence. Remember, staying active, engaged, and independent isn't just about major decisions. It's about the small, everyday choices we make. Choosing appropriate shoes isn't about vanity. It's about giving yourself every possible advantage to keep moving freely and living fully at every stage of life. No pair of shoes is worth compromising your balance. No moment of convenience is worth risking a fall. You deserve to move through life with strength, security, and peace of mind, and the right shoes are a simple yet powerful place to start. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts matter to us, so please share them. Reading your comments provides us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating quality content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.